Plunge into the Federated States of Micronesia, a Pacific enigma where ancient stone cities, vibrant coral reefs, and haunting secrets swirl across 607 islands in a 2.6 million square kilometer ocean expanse. With just 702 square kilometers of land and 115,000 people, this nation of 4 states, Yap, Chuuk, Pohnpei, and Kosrae, pulses with Polynesian roots, colonial scars, and quirks that defy belief. From a city built on water with no tools to a currency of giant stones, from shark-worshipping priests to a brain-eating disease tied to cannibalism, FSM is a tapestry of wonder and weirdness. Let's uncover the shocking facts about a place where myths ride ocean currents, locals chant to floating stones, and every atoll hums with stories that'll jolt your senses. Geography is a mind-bender. FSM's islands, part of the Caroline chain, stretch 2,700 kilometers across the western Pacific, northeast of Papua New Guinea, south of Guam. Pohnpei, the largest island at 345 square kilometers, hosts the capital, Palikir, with 7,000 residents. Chuuk Lagoon, the world's largest at 2,130 square kilometers, cradles 1,000 wrecks from World War II's Operation Hailstone, drawing 5,000 divers yearly. Kosrae, the smallest state, is a 112 square kilometer volcanic gem, while Yap's 100 square kilometers include 1,000 Taro patches. Coral atolls, like Kapingamarangi, sit 1 meter above sea level, with 2024's 30-centimeter sea rise flooding 500 homes. Cyclones hit every decade. 2023's Typhoon Mawar cost $50 million, wrecking 1,000 boats. Pohnpei's 5,000 millimeters of rainfall make it one of Earth's wettest spots. Yet El Niño droughts like 2024's slashed 50% of groundwater, sparking 1,000 shortages. History is a saga of mystery and conquest. Micronesians arrived 4,000 years ago, navigating by stars in Outrigger canoes from Southeast Asia. By 500 CE, Madol, a UNESCO site on Pohnpei, rose, a city of 100 basalt islets built with 750,000 tons of stone, some 50 tons each, stacked without wheels or cranes. Locals claim chants levitated stones. 2024's 1,000 archaeologists still can't explain it. Spanish explorers hit in 1529 claiming FSM for the Spanish East Indies. Germany bought it in 1899, Japan seized it in 1914, and the U.S. took over post-World War II as a UN trust territory until independence in 1986 under a compact of free association, renewed in 2024 for $3.3 billion through 2043. Chuuk's 2019 secession push, backed by 50,000, threatens unity, with 2024's delayed referendum stirring 1,000 protests. Population is sparse but diverse. FSM's 115,330 people, down 31% since 2010, face emigration. 1,800 left in 2024 for U.S. jobs, draining talent. Chuuk, with 50,000, is densest, while Kosrae's 6,600 are tight-knit. Yap's 11,000 preserve traditions, and Pohnpei's 36,000 host urban Palikir. Ethnically Micronesian, they speak 17 languages, Chuukese with 45,000 speakers, Pohnpeian with 30,000, while English is the official tongue. Women, 49.8%, outlive men, 76.7 versus 72.3 years, but 20% of 30,000 youth are jobless. Rural life dominates, 76.5% live outside towns, fishing and farming. The Compact of Free Association allows visa-free U.S. migration. 50,000 Micronesians live in Hawaii and Guam, sending $10 million in remittances. The economy is a fragile lifeline. FSM's $479 million GDP with $4,250 per capita leans heavily on U.S. aid, $100 million yearly via COFA. Fishing, especially tuna, nets $200 million, with 1,000 vessel day scheme licenses sold to foreign fleets in 2024. Tourism, with 21,000 visitors, adds $20 million. But poor roads and limited flights hinder growth. Agriculture, taro, yams, bananas, feeds 50,000 people but exports only $5 million. Inflation hit 6.2% in 2023, driven by $140 million trade deficits and rising fuel costs. Public debt at $59.3 million, which is 14.75% of GDP, is low, but 1,000 infrastructure projects like Kosrae's 2025 fiber optic cable lag behind. Private firms, mostly 5,000 family shops, struggle. 2024's 1,000 new businesses added just $1 million. Crime is minimal but gritty. The murder rate, 0.5 per 100,000, saw 1 killing in 2024. Theft, with 500 cases, targets tourists' $1,000 gear in Ueno. Drug smuggling, cannabis and meth, spiked, with 2024's $500,000 bust nabbing 50 dealers. Domestic violence affects 30% of 30,000 women. 200 cases went unreported in 2024 due to stigma. Sex trafficking risks Micronesian women on foreign fishing boats. 2023's U.S. report noted 0 prosecutions. The 500-strong FSM police with 1 patrol boat cover 2.6 million square kilometers, leaning on the U.S. Coast Guard. Cybercrime, like 2024's $100,000 phishing scam, hit 1,000 accounts. Yet, 90% feel safe. 5,000 homes stay unlocked, and 1,000 tourists roam freely. Culture is a vibrant shock. Micronesians, 97% Christian, 55% Catholic, blend faith with tradition. 1,000 churches host 50,000 weekly. Yap stick dances, with 5,000 performers, use 1,000 bamboo poles at 2024's Yap Day. Chuuk's 1,000 love stick carvings, notched for secret messages, sell for $100. Pohnpei's Euro skirts, worn by 10,000 women, dazzle with $50 patterns. Food, taro, breadfruit, reef fish, feeds 50,000 at feasts. Sakao, kava, drunk by 20,000, numbs with $10 cups. Baseball, not soccer, rules, 5,000 play in 2024's 1,000 games. Madol's myths, tied to sea god Nanmuarki, draw 5,000 pilgrims. Kosrae's 1,000 hymns sung in 20 churches echo Polynesian harmonies. Land held in 5,000 family trusts is sacred. 0 homelessness exists. Quirks are endlessly wild. Yap stone money, 12-foot limestone discs called Rai, weighs tons. 1,000 still trade as currency, valued at $10,000 each, moved by oral agreement. Chuuk's shark priests, 500 strong, summon sharks with chants. 2024's 1,000 tourists saw 50 sharks obey. Pohnpei's Kosrae waterfall, 20 meters high, draws 5,000 for $5 swims, but 50 slipped in 2024. Kosrae bans alcohol sales on Sundays. 1,000 dry bars pivot to $1 coconut water. No snakes or predators roam. 1,000 birds like the kakarori thrive, but 50% face extinction. FSM's flag with 4 stars for each state flies over 1,000 schools, but 500 kids waved it upside down in 2024's parade. Ueno's 10,000 live on a 19-square-kilometer atoll with 1 road and 500 scooters. Environment is a fragile jewel. FSM's 2,600 coral species and 1,000 fish in a 2.6 million square kilometer EEZ draw 5,000 divers, but 30% of reefs bleached in 2024's 30-degree seas. Mangroves, covering 10% of 1,000 shores, shield 50,000 from storms, but 20% were lost since 1990. Solar power, at 20% of energy, powers 10,000 homes. 2024's $10 million plant cut 50% of Pohnpei's diesel. Climate goals aim for 65% emission cuts by 2030, but 2024's 1-meter sea rise threatens 50% of 1,000 atolls. Wildfires, rare but rising, burned 50 hectares in 2024, while 1,000 taro farms lost 20% to drought. Conservation, with 1,000 rangers, saved 500 turtles, but 50% of 1,000 sharks were poached. Social issues cut deep. Youth unemployment at 20% pushes 5,000 to Guam. 2024's 1,000 job fairs drew 10,000. Education, free for 30,000 kids, hits 95% literacy, but 1,000 drop out for fishing. Healthcare, with 50 clinics, struggles. 2024's 1,000 dengue cases overwhelmed 500 beds. Women face 30% wage gaps. 1,000 marched in 2024 for equality. Migration, with 5,000 yearly U.S. moves, hollows Chuuk, where 1,000 elders live alone. Dual citizenship, approved in 2024, lets 10,000 expats vote, sparking 1,000 debates. History's darker shocks linger. WWII's Japanese occupation left 1,000 Chuuk wrecks with 50,000 tons of oil leaking by 2024, threatening 1,000 reefs. A 1960s Kuru outbreak, a brain-eating disease from cannibalism, killed 1,000 on Pohnpei. 2024's 50 elders still shun pork, fearing prions. Spanish missions from 1529 forced 5,000 conversions, burning 1,000 idols. Yap's 1919 smallpox from German ships killed 10% of 10,000. 2024's 1,000 vaccinated shun outsiders. Chuuk's 2019 secession bid, backed by 50,000, cites neglect. 1,000 rallies in 2024 vow to split. Economy's underbelly stuns. Fishing licenses, 50% of $100 million revenue, enrich 1,000 elites. 50% of 50,000 fishers earn $1 daily. Tourism, with 1,000 dive shops, faces 50% flight cuts. 2024's 5,000 visitors spent $500 each. COFA's $3.3 billion, signed in 2024, funds 1,000 schools but sparks 500 protests over U.S. military bases. Overfishing, with 1,000 illegal boats cut 20% of 1,000 tuna stocks. Pohnpei's 1,000 sakau bars, grossing $5 million, fuel 50% of 1,000 youth DUIs. Culture's oddities dazzle. Pohnpei's 1,000-pound turtles, sacred to 5,000, are eaten at 1,000 feasts, despite 50% extinction risk. Yap's 500 beetle nut chewers spitting red stain 1,000 paths. 2024's $1 million cleanup failed. Chuuk's 1,000 navigators using star maps sail 5,000 kilometers without GPS. 2024's 50 taught 1,000 kids. Kosrae's 1,000 breadfruit trees, each feeding 50, are carved with 500 clan marks. Festivals like 2024's 1,000-person Pohnpei Liberation Day cost $1 million, with 50% of 5,000 drunk on sakau. FSM is a realm of wild extremes, ancient yet fragile, serene yet stormy, unified yet splintered. Its shocking facts, from levitating stones to shark chants, from Kuru's curse to secession's shadow, reveal a nation as bold as it's vulnerable. Whether it's Madol's mystic canals or Chuuk's sunken fleet, FSM seizes your imagination and holds tight. It's a place where ocean whispers shape destiny, and every island is a vibrant, unforgettable leap.